What's up, everybody? Welcome back to some Tyranny. We are going and doing a mission for Tunon to investigate Graven Ash and the Voices of Narat to see which one of these dudes is being kind of a douche. So we were told to go here, so this is where we are. Welcome to Cacophony, Fatebinder. Narat said to be expecting you. Where can I find the voices? What can you tell me about it? Where can I find him? Northeast corner of the camp, near the only real buildings left. If he's not on his throne, he's wandering not too far from it. Alright. What can you tell me about Cacophony? It is the main stronghold of the Scarlet Chorus in the Tiers. All chorus groups have some of their people here. Horde, Scarlet Furies, Blood Chanters, Bloodhound, even the Beastmen. Everybody's got their own section of camp. Better that way. Keeps the brawling to a minimum. We got a merchant here if you need to buy anything. There's also a quartermaster, but Narat's gotta give him the say-so before you're allowed to get your hands on chorus goods. Alright. There's a thingy. There we go. Blood-soaked mantle. It's weird that it's purple. I wanted to find... Oh, okay. I kind of need to vendor some shit. I haven't vendored anything in a long time.
That wasn't so hard.
I hope it wasn't. What? Just what we need, a Fatebinder of the courts. Look, I understand my rank, but I can't just bite my tongue when boss man Dirge thinks to get away with a crime of such proportions without bribing me first. He grins maniacally, staring daggers at his gang boss even as he speaks to you. Frig you, Wrathrot. Dirk shakes his head, murder written in his sneer, as if you'd settle for a rent rump and a fistful of rings. Rent rump? What? Admit it. The price you want is my head so you can stand atop our little crew. The lot of you are babbling idiots. Alright, what are you on about now? Speak up, Wrathrot. The Fatebinder asked you a question. Wrathrot, you'll be hanged for breaking Kyros' law, Dirge. Even the voices can't protect you against that. If I involve myself in this dispute, you may both come to regret it. Do or don't, I'll be taking my retribution from this canker-assed weasel in the form of a blood payment regardless. Not if you're rotting on a string, you fribbling puss nut. He sneers at his gang boss before turning to you. Please do step in, Fatebinder. Capital crime has been committed and I saw it with my own eyes. 3 nights back, boss man snuck into and out of the old walls near Twin Lake Skies. You shit-faced, Dirk barked to the subordinate. Think you can steal the throne while you're breathing around my blade in your chest? Or maybe it's your crafty forked tongue I should carve out first. He crosses his arms over his chest, simmering with indignation. But as he scowls, a hint of worry flickers across his furrowed brow. He licks his lips before entreating you to dismiss the complaint against him. Like I'd be dumb enough to risk my entrails scurrying about some fusty ruins? Oh, whatever. Think I don't know why they're forbidden? The old walls is just asking to incite Kyros' wrath, and I've got no death wish either from Bane within, nor Kyros above, nor Fatebinder of Tunon before me. The old walls are indeed forbidden. There is no leniency in the interpretation of this law. I can sentence you now, Dirge, or I can hear your plea and adjudicate a fair ruling. I swear it, I've never stepped foot in the old walls. It's true, I've got no proof to say I've done nothing wrong, but Wrathrot's also got no proof to say I have, because nothing's happened aside from his ill-thought lies. So you're saying you didn't chase that sage right into the old walls? That's what you're saying, boss? That you followed her but didn't go in? Wrathrot spits a vile grin, lips oozing wider with each accusation. He runs a tongue over his teeth, barely containing his violence and resentment. Which say, oh yeah, we know about sages. For a moment, you can see the whites of his eyes as he blinks away the shock, but it's quickly replaced with fury. You damn well know I didn't go in. He cocks his head to you, face flushed red as he explains. The thing is, me and Wrath have been chasing a sage clear from Lethians. I guess she figured she wasn't going to slip us, so she made us beeline for this breach in the old walls. I know the law. I wasn't about to follow her in. He wets his lips before continuing. But I'd also be loath to let an enemy of the Overlord slither free, so I cornered her right before she made it past the breach. This asshole here's the one who slit her damn throat as I held her down. Now he's saying he watched me waltz right into the old walls without him? Oh, come on, Fatebinder, are you really going to believe that? I called you over here. I'm telling you what happened. Don't let him weasel out of a proper sentence. Only those under direct orders from the Overlord or operating under agency of Tunan's court may enter the old walls. Did you take anything from the old walls or touch anything? Why are you so eager for me to sentence Dirge, Wrathrod? I'm gonna do this. Great. If you think I did it, so what's happened to me then? He scowls, his face streaked with disbelief. Death's the proper sentence. I'm no Fatebinder, but even I know the way of it. He sneers, eyes gleaming eagerly. Isn't that right, Fatebinder? It's a capital offense. Wrathrod's right. The sentence is death. There is no leniency in the interpretation of this law. Actually, I'm going to sentence Wrathrod. Given the circumstances, death is too harsh a penalty. Dirge will be given 50 lashes instead. Stay away from the old walls in the future. No crimes been committed. No sentence necessary. Penalty. Enough. I find you both guilty for wasting a Fatebinder's time. 50 lashes each. Yeah. Fuck that. Good job fucking us both, you Kyros damned idiot. I look forward to hearing you scream for mercy after the first 2 lashes. Great, I can't even expect justice from the court these days. He spits are your feet as guards approach to drag him and Dirge away. Wasting your time is punishable by violence. I can't wait to meet the thoroughly beaten and obedient children. Like, there was no way, it was gonna be, there was no way to get a fair ruling on it, though. So I was like, man, fuck both of you. That's the way I saw it. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? What the hell is that? I was like, that's a pig? How's that a pig? Where's the thing? Going to this, there's something here. Ah, well, wow. Let's go over here real quick. I think he said northeast, so it's up there. Yeah, not gonna go in there. Sickle notch. We need the body, you mewling pissers. Face red, veins popping in her neck, the Scarlet Fury screams at the horde clustered before her. She waves her arms wildly as she shouts, almost dance-like in her agility, a blade clutched in each hand. Unlike you, cockered pig nuts, these conscripts can survive a battle. One of the horde members spits a blackish mix of herbs and phlegm at the Scarlet Fury's chest. So they say to save their next. But what good's the word of oathbreakers and cowards? Furious and nearly faster than the naked eye can follow, she slashes a return strike. A splotch of red blooms across the offending spitter's chest, a match to her fresh sputum stain. Whatever. Crowd tenses like a coiled spring, ready to hurl themselves into bloody faces. What's going on here? Faebinder. Yes, Faebinder. Good of you to come along. The Horde representative sneers and straightens himself taller, feeling self-important in the moment. You just saved this Fury's neck. I find that unlikely. Scarlet Furies don't surrender their necks to anyone without a fight. Your guts would have pulled around your feet before that happened. A damn slew of Oathbreakers came crawling to us less than a fortnight ago, so we trussed up the lot for beastmen for roast. Why should we welcome liars and defectors to guard our backs? The Horde member spits again, but aims to the side this time, careful to avoid hitting the Scarlet Fury. Come now, Faebinder, you're a clever sort. Tell us your thoughts. We ought to throw them in the pit. Let the lone survivor join us. It's the way of the Scarlet. It's the way of the chorus, right, boss? The pit serves for merriment and to weed out fen-sucked weaklings like you. The Fury snaps at the Horde member. Turning to you, she adds, in this case it would be but a waste of resources. These are part of the splinter that held off the disfavored Avendrians well for many months. We should integrate them into my unit of Furies. You sure you want me to weigh in? If I do, it'll be as an official envoy of the courts and irrevocable for all parties involved. The Scarlet Fury cocks a nod of agreement. I'll be sated just to have the squabbling done with, but we can't win a war with only fishneck slatterns and a sea of blood. We need skilled fighters to wield our blades. The Scarlet Chorus doesn't lack for meat to throw at the enemy, but is always in need of experience. If you ask me, those with training should go to the Scarlet Furies. Anything less would be a waste of talent. We might be made of tearsmen, but we're loyal to Kyros. The chorus isn't an open cattle call to any turncoat who's got a sharpened weapon and a decent pair of boots. He licks a sooty thumb and thought, toss them in the pit, boss. I'll donate a share of my proceeds to you. The captives will go to the Scarlet Furies to aid with strategic military operations within the chorus. The captives will go to the pits to ensure executed. No, send them to the Furies. Scarlet Fury salutes you brusquely but with honor. I'll see them assigned to a suicide mission at once. If the hen peckers can survive that, then they'll be worthy to serve my Furies. Growing the army is the only way they can win this war. We'll do well to remember that. Verse nods with approval. Because isn't that the whole purpose, though? Like, aren't we supposed to be, like, I don't know, filling up numbers and shit? Some of y'all are dumb. Let's go. Nothing to see here. Move along. That's the Voices of Narat. Just sitting on a bench. Alright, let's go talk to him. Voices of Narat regards you with an unreadable expression. Sometimes we ponder the great, unwieldy thing that is our army. We try to imagine ourselves elsewhere on some distant shore without a care in the world. But then we would miss all of the mayhem, the carnage, and the beautiful chorus of screams that follows. Better to stay the course and have a little fun, eh, Faebinder? As if proclaiming and resolving the same edict weren't impressive enough, you found the temerity to reject Graven Ash and support our right to conquer these lands. You deserve a just reward when this is over, but it's too early to congratulate ourselves while there's still plenty of wars still to fight. What do you need to know? We're dizzy with answers. So what's your plan? I'm ready to talk strategy. I want to know about your power. You're a remarkable person. How would you tell me something about yourself? How do you manage an army such as vast as Scarlet Chorus? What is your plan? I'm ready to talk strategy. Of course you have questions, but we'd be disappointed if you didn't have any. Our first priority is to humiliate that piss bucket Graven Ash, but we'll have a better chance of it once every corner of the tiers is wearing red. Do you see our design, Fatebinder? Does our madness complement our method? We will invite every man, woman, or child who draws breath and occupies this fingernail of a peninsula to join the Scarlet Chorus. How do you expect to do that? By understanding them, of course. The Tearsmen are a passionate folk. You can't expect to win their cooperation with the ignorant, uninformed vision of a foreign power. Conquest is a delicate matter. It needs feeding, watering, soft caresses, a lullaby before bed. We will invite the leaders of the resistance to join us. If we have their leaders, the people will follow. You bring them to us. Yes? Chiefs and the assets of chiefdom. As for how you factor into these plans, that part is up to you. We have many ingots in the fire, and it's more of a question of what piques your interest. A document of great power, the Silent Archive, rests in the Burning Library. The library is said to hold many secrets, any of which we can twist to our advantage. One of our gang bosses, the Censor, seeks the entrance to this queenly treasure. Aid her in the search and dispatch her back to us with any findings. Tunan's arcane smith set up shop in Lethian's Crossing. With simple ore dredged from the hearts of Taratus, they can assemble wondrous crafts of iron. Our intellect swells, overfull with secrets, yet we are ignorant of the iron secret. Seek out the Forge Bound and their master, who even now makes for Lethian's Crossing. Have her sent to Cacophony. I will guarantee her protection and safeguard her knowledge. An artist such as herself needs to be shielded from the perils of war. According to the whispers of our spies, a graybeard by the name of Eldian may be able to tell you more. We are nothing if not receptive to the wisdom of the ages. Report back to us when you have finished. Our intelligence may be of use to you. What can you tell me about the Burning Library? What can you tell me about Lethian's Crossing? Looks like I'm bound for Burning Library. We haven't burned the place to the ground or anything, so worry not. We take seriously the stewardship you bestowed upon us, though the denizens seem to prefer the old governor to the current fool we have in place. The Forge Bound are the true gem of the crossing. They are keepers of the secrets of iron, so a tight-lipped bunch by nature. Who is the Forge Bound master? Much like ourselves, Zedenya is an artist first. Taciturn, stubborn, infuriatingly talented. She cares not what master commissions her work, only that she has the freedom to create. We understand that she carries a piece of great importance to Lethian's Crossing. From all accounts, it is a craft of queenly value. Anything important I should know about Lethian's Crossing? The whole worthless village is little but filthy peasants and listless refugees. They barely make suitable slaves, much less minds worthy of discourse. Only the Forge Bound are of concern. The rest, eminently expendable. Okay, let me ask you something else. Tell me about the Burning Library. A repository of books engulfed in the flame of the Kyros' edict, yet the pages refuse to burn. The sages cast protective magic over their ancient archive. Books by the thousand lay bare for the reading, but forbidden and hot to the touch. Then there's the greatest treasure of all, the Silent Archive, an intelligent living text. The archive is safeguarded in the lowest depths of the library, locked away from undeserving eyes. Our censor, dispatched to the library, seeks the archive as we speak. Who is your censor? A gang boss of no small standing. She takes it upon herself to be our Department of Information, burdened with matters of secrecy and lore. We send her to conquered lands, and she returns with armloads of scrolls for our perusal. I don't need to know anything about that shit. Must you bore us with your incessant ponderings? Go speak with our lackey, Seven Toes. She can weather the relentless assault of your curiosity. I thought you were happy to have questions. You dickbag. Alright, Lantry. Let's, let's get that bad boy up to 18. Place a preservation seal in an ally. If the ally's health falls below a limit, they are healed for a large amount. Seal is destroyed. Yeah, that sounds good.
As you command.
Oh, damn it. Blood Chanter, Blood Chanter, Blood Chanter, Bloodhound. 7 toes. Hail, Fatebinder. The Voices of Narat ordered me to answer any of your pestering questions, so I guess that's what I'm here to do, she scoffs. Not what I'd call a lieutenant's work, but I'm not here to question the voices. You're clearly going places in the world, Seven. You should take pride in that. First looks the lieutenant up and down with an approving nod. She bows. It feels like a century since we ran together in old Azure. You had more hair. I had all 10 toes and a better balance to boot. I always saw myself as more of a gang boss, but in the end I carved out this cozy little niche for myself. By the time this war is done, we'll be unrecognizable, either lining a mass grave or leading forces from the rear. So what do you want from me? That's pretty obvious. They went running shit together, so I don't need to ask how they know verse. Do you enjoy your work? I don't want to know any of that shit. I don't care. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Well then. So how am I supposed to get there? Ambush. Wellbeing, Raider, Bruiser. The hell are you doing stopping me? A tall woman stands here surveying the area from a small overlook. She glances at you and immediately goes back to watching her surroundings. Welcome to the Iron Trail, Fatebinder of Tunon. She salutes you. My name is Welby, first axe of the Bronze Brotherhood, though I'm not sure that title matters anymore. She pauses to gather her thoughts, then opens her mouth to continue. Instead, she exhales slowly and shakes her head. Never mind. You shouldn't be burdened with my problems. Well, I appreciate you coming to me before speaking to Raitamon. You will need to be careful. He has of late been acting out of sorts, and any perceived slight can become a problem for the one who offends him. Choose your words carefully with him. What can I help you with? What does it mean to be first axe? She sighs. I wish I knew, Fatebinder. The first axe protects and consults the first brother. I'm supposed to be Radamon's advisor, confidant, and guard. Lately his behavior has become erratic. He's acting paranoid, manic, and distrustful. My duty as first axe is to protect the first brother, but I am also sworn to protect the Brotherhood, and if that means the removal of Radamon, so be it. He has too many supporters in Lethian's Crossing right now to speak out against him. How would you run the Brotherhood? I wouldn't waste time and resources on petty vendettas, that much I can tell you. I like battle and I like rings, and with the Brotherhood we used to get both regularly. Now all we have is fear, suspicion, and blood. I want the disciplined regiment back, and I intend to have it. While I may agree that we were treated unjustly, Radamon's methods for obtaining restitution are despicable. Sounds to me like you're simply a coward. If you want something, you take it. Radamon has the right idea. True, acting like a child when you don't get what you want is not the behavior of a leader. Except in this case, the child is in control of an army capable of laying waste to his home. What do you think has happened to him? Honestly, I couldn't speak to the cause. The stress of leadership, the battles with Kyros' forces, his night in the old walls. When you decide to remove the Brotherhood from the crossing, it certainly set him off. Does it matter? His behavior is endangering the Brotherhood and he must be stopped before we are destroyed. I fear people will be hurt by far more than a simple toll. How could talking to you offend him? You choose to speak with the first axe before speaking to the actual first brother, the bodyguard before the leader. How could this mean anything but collusion and treason? I know I speak out of turn, but I only wish to warn you. Tread lightly around Radamon. Alright, thanks. Deuces. While you were talking to Will, a striking man with a shock of bright blonde hair approaches, moving away from some men searching bodies of slain soldiers to the south. He watches you intently as he closes, his angular features pulling into a look of disdain. And here's the Fatebinder. He doesn't mask the displeasure in his voice. I knew we'd see you. I was just wondering when. One trip to Lethian's Crossing wasn't enough, Governor. He doesn't even mask the contempt in his voice. You had to return where no one asked you to come. Throwing me out of my home wasn't sufficient. Are you here to disrupt my life some more? He looks at his men, who stop to watch the conversation. You aren't done. He flicks his hand at them and they return to their searching. It doesn't really matter why you're here. I don't care. I have more important things to worry about. In case you've forgotten me already, my name is Radamon. I'm the first brother, leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. But I'm sure you already knew that. I couldn't help but see you over there. Over here, talking to Will and that traveling merchant. Only here for a moment, already sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, are you? I don't appreciate others invading my territory, Fatebinder. I told him he had to speak with you, Radamon. He wanted through, but I told him no. If you don't give me the signal, the Fatebinder isn't getting into Lethian's Crossing. No one will invade your territory. Radamon stares at Will for a few moments, lips pursed, then continues as if Will never spoke. Speaking of which, what did Welby have to say? He looks north where Welby stands, watching you both intently. Has she already started filling your mind with lies about me? She and I are going to have a chat soon. I can't have my first act countermanding me at every turn. I know she wants my position. Watch yourself while you are a guest in my land. If you have come to stir up more trouble, we are well equipped and will not back down in defense of what is rightfully ours. He sweeps his arm in front of him, gesturing to the surrounding countryside. Welby and I might not always agree, but that is one point we see eye to eye on. If you step out of line, we will both correct you. His eyes narrow and he leans towards you. You are not welcome here. Now tell me what you want to leave. You do well to watch your tone when speaking to a Fatebinder. I'm not welcome in your land. This is not your land anymore. Why are you charging travelers a toll to get through the Iron Hall Trail? Tell me about Bronze. You would do well to watch your tone when speaking to a Fatebinder. Fuck this dude. Radamon laughs houndly. I care not about Kyros' forces. I've already reaped the rewards of my loyalty, and I will not make that mistake again. You have taken my home, and I will have it back. I won't cover you when you raise your voice against me, lapdog. I won't cower. I'm not welcome in your land. This isn't your land anymore. Such arrogance is the precursor to a mighty fall, Fatebinder. I will not currently have control of Lethian's Crossing, but we both know possessions are fleeting. Lethian's Crossing is my home, and your imagined control over our lives doesn't change that fact. I need to get to Lethian's Crossing. Radamon considers your request for a moment. If I let you through, you must promise to behave. I have enough problems dealing with everyone else. I don't need the hassle. I don't need the hassle of keeping an eye on you two. That two's not needed. So watch yourself. I might not currently have control of my city, but I have eyes everywhere. If you stir up trouble, I will know. He turns to Will. Let the Fatebinder through. Do nothing to delay or accost this party, or you'll answer to me. Will gives him a quick salute. Alright. Deuces, fuckhead. I certainly hope that isn't the case. You got Radamon's permission to go, Fadebinders, so go. Good. Get the fuck out of the way. Jackass. Okay, well, this was a whole lot of stuff going on in this one. I accidentally hit the pause button during the first little bit with Will and the merchant that they were talking about, so that part is unfortunately behind us. But it was just about this merchant wanted to get through. He had already paid the toll before, so he's trying to make him pay it again. They were being both dicks about it. I ended up paying for the merchant to let him go, and then I'm like, alright, now I go through, and then that's when Radamon came up. So that's really all you missed. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying. Trying to add some more voices and stuff to these things, but without knowing what's going on ahead of time, I don't really know how to prepare the voice for it. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying. Hit that thumbs up to let me know. Put some comments down below if you want to chat some stuff out. And as always, make sure you are subscribed and share with your friends so we can grow our populace of Pickles people that are party pleasers, perfectly positioned. Whatever. I'm Pickle and I'm out.